Okay, so here you can see I've got the Bosch performance line, and this is generation 4. And down here on the side of the motor, there's a blue connector. That's the headlight connector. That came attached to the cable with the Leasine headlight I got. Plugs right in, no problem. But then this red connector here, that's for the tail light. Here's the Bosch cable that I got, and you can see it doesn't fit in there. It doesn't go into the recess, but the BES3 connector, yeah, that plugs right in there. So once you get the 2 pins lined up. So I had a shop run the headlight connector. So the connector comes down through the down tube and then back behind the motor and then plugs in here. Yeah, here's the tail light wire. So that wire comes in through the seat tube and has just a pair of bare wires there. You connect that pigtail to this pigtail, and this is the one that plugs into the motor. So once I get this plugged in, then I can put everything back together, and then I need to take it back to the Bosch dealer and have them enable the lights on the motor. But I guess you have to have the lights plugged in, and then the dealer with their special program can get in there and enable the lights. Okay, so that's the little inline splicing connector that comes with the cable kit if you get it from Lupine. Okay, so I got the wires back in the connector, and then we'll come in here with a pair of Nipex pliers. Have it set with the parallel jaws. Let's see if that's in there. Yeah, give it a good tug test. Make sure it's in there. Yeah, I think that's in there. You can see the wires into the center there. Oh, there we go. Just kind of wiggle them around until they go in as far as they're going to go. Let's see if that's in there. Yeah, good tug test on there. Yeah, so then this foam sleeve goes over the connector, I guess, just to protect it. We ran the tail light cable in this lower water bottle cage holder hole. There's 3 holes, and I had to mount the cage holder here on the upper 2 holes, so the 3rd hole was open. Okay, we have the official wiring inspector checking things out here. He says that everything looks okay. Let's see, the tail light connector is plugged in here, the headlight there. This is the battery connection. So yeah, that's the cable that comes down from the system controller. Yeah, and I was able to tuck all the wires for the tail light into the other chainstay there. One of the reasons I went with this tail light is it works with the 50mm spacing for the tail light mount on the Topeak rack, so it just fits right in there. I just put a grommet in the hole that was there so I could run the wire through the grommet, and then we ran the wire along the bottom side of the rack with a couple of zip ties, and then ran that up to the seat tube. A couple of zip ties there and into the frame. Yeah, it'd really be nice if StVZO would provide some hole there for a light cable. Like California is requiring e-bikes to have rear tail lights or reflectors, so I did go and stick some reflectors on my rack mounts there. It fits here, and then they have the correct BES3 connector, as it turns out. I should have ordered that initially, but I didn't know I needed that. But yeah, really nice. I like the light. It's just nice and small. It doesn't take up any room, and even if I get a fender here, it's not going to be in the way of the fender. So I haven't decided on fenders yet, but I wanted to keep that option open. I'll get the shop to turn them on, and we'll see if we have lights. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, post up in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching.